It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Word it up. I am Von Erich, and this is Invisible Nick.
and we are so thankful that you have welcomed us into your home or pocket if you're using a mobile smartphone device. So yes, thank you. And real quick, I want to remind you guys, you can call the show toll free at 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. We'll read them live on the air and give you credit for them and everything. And it's just good fun had by all. And if you're watching this on MSC, which you probably are, you'll notice right to the right of the viewer, it's a place to log in. There's a little chat room, asks for a password. Guess what? Special offer tonight only. You do not need to enter a password. And that is on me. That is, you're welcome, all of you. No password needed. Just enter a name, hit enter or return, depending on your keyboard. And you are instantly logged on the chat, talking to me, Invisible Nick. Von Erich's on his way in there, I think. And yeah, just good, wholesome, clean fun. It's clean too. That's where we've lost it today. Let's keep it clean. Anyways, let's get right into things here. All right, we have got a jam-packed show for you here. So let's get right into things here. Round one, let's go.
Another ding. Is a bell broken again?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it's in the problem.
It's in the bell shop.
Yeah.
Our local bell repairman came by and took it. Thank you, Ashley. It's Ashley here today. Not in front of a microphone yet.
Yeah, she's she has. I think she has VD today. VD.
VD. Yeah, how's the VD?
Oh, it's awesome.
I bet. Other than that, how are you doing today? You good?
Not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. All right, well, of course, major change here now that we're at 7 p.m. Of course, we can grace you all with the our X's and O's knowledge. I just forgot what I was saying. Our Exodus knowledge, our X and O knowledge with our Monday Night Football picks, which will be coming to you at the end of the show tonight. And what a matchup tonight! The undefeated Detroit Lions. Who the hell would have thought that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, really. A complete 180.
What the hell?
Compared to last year.
The Paris of the Midwest. You know, that's what they call it, right?
Yeah,
Paris.
undefeated, no. But I didn't know they were going to be good this year.
Paris of the
Just
Midwest.
not undefeated.
I thought you were saying the other way around. I knew they'd be undefeated. I had no idea they'd be, like, successful. I thought they would accidentally get some wins all year. I had no idea they'd earn any of them.
Flip it around, buddy.
Yeah, no, I got that now. It just sounded odd. And then, of course, the Chicago Bears, always tough with the defense. You can never count out any team that has Brian Urlacher on it.
No. Dude,
Done.
that man
Julius
is
Peppers,
a beast.
Lance Briggs, the defense is still just as sick as it ever was. Not to mention Matt Forte in the running game is running out of his mind.
Yes.
Rushed for what? Didn't he break 200 last week?
Dude, I don't know.
200
dude
yards.
is sick this year.
Jesus.
I mean, he's always been good, but this year he just went like, skyrocket.
Breakout year for him this year, no doubt. And of course, Jay Cutler. I don't know. The biggest question mark.
Here,
I think honestly the
week
second biggest question mark I think in the NFL. I still put Eli Manning ahead of him.
Oh, dude, I
as
love
you don't
Eli.
know what the hell you're gonna get. But, but because with Eli Manning, it's like his highs are so much higher.
Yeah.
But then his lows aren't quite as low. So I don't know. There's like question mark 1 and question mark 2.
Eli had a good day this weekend. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had 3 picks.
Didn't he? Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. That's Eli Manning in a nutshell.
One of
right
them
there.
wasn't his fault though. His receiver, like, it went through his hands. And it just kind of like fell in the lap of the
That's
defender.
true. But if there were any stat line to ever describe a player just in an entirety, it's right there. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah.
There you go. There's Eli Manning. He's going to, 3 times he's going to wow you, and then the other 3 times he's going to be like, what the hell is he doing here? But by far the best Manning this season, I would say. Without a doubt.
Peyton.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Sorry, Peyton. He's officially passed you up just for this year. But anyways, yes, of course, we will make our picks at the end of the show, which, it would seem like Detroit does seem like a better team on paper and everything, but, you can never, ever count out these division matchups. The fact that you play a team 2 times every year, they get to know you, they know what you're all about, they learn the schemes, they figure your stuff out, and they're just by far the toughest games. A tough defense on a team in the same division, that's just scary stuff right there. So, of course, we'll have our predictions for you later in the show. But right now, let's talk a little Diamond here. Of course,
let's do that.
Baseball pundit. Let's talk a little Major League Baseball playoffs, baby. NL and AL CS Championship Series. It's just it is so exciting right now. This is as a I'm a baseball fan too, obviously. I'm not as big a baseball fan as you are, but this is the time like I live for. This is when we got the dog days of summer, and I'm just like, yeah, it's the middle of August, whatever, It's all just building up to here now, and it's just great. I mean, Tigers Rangers, of course, battling for the AL. Championship, and then over in the NL, my Brew Crew's still alive, taking on the shocking St. Louis Cardinals, who were, they were basically a run. If the Braves had scored a run in the late innings in that last game of the year, we're probably not even talking about St. Louis in the playoffs.
And if Philadelphia would have scored 1 run in that last game, once again, we're not talking about...
You shut down the Phillies.
That's Chris Carpenter shutting them down.
Jimmy, and now getting a shutout against anyone's like, good work, buddy, good work. But when you have to stop and think of the people that he just got out, they just got out. I mean, they could not string together a run with Ryan Howard,
Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins, thank you. I just blanked on
Victorino, Hunter Pence.
Placido Polanco.
Carlos Ruiz.
I just blanked on their second
Raul
baseman.
Ibanez.
Who's the second
Chase
baseman?
Utley.
Chase Utley, thank you. I was going to say Cole Hamels, and I was like, that's not right. No. But, yeah, I mean, and that's it. See, now here's the thing, and it's we'll get into football a little later, but I mean, Philadelphia as a whole this week, wow. The Eagles are 1-4, and they were the dream team. And then the Phillies were the 4 aces, which beats almost every hand in poker, if you don't know. And they couldn't even beat a 2-pair. They're out in the first round. Are you kidding me with that pitching staff?
It was very surprising and disappointing for the Philadelphia franchise. Now, if you are a resident of Philadelphia or a fan of the team in general, the first question that everyone asks, is that going to be the end of Charlie Manuel?
And the second question is, what's the number for the suicide hotline? What do you think, though? Is Charlie Manuel, is he done? I mean, if you can't win with the 4 aces, what are you going to do?
Well, the 4 aces, that was never a question throughout the whole year. They have overperformed from what everyone expected of them.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone expected them to win a lot of games. They won a lot of games and looked damn good doing it. But it's always been the offense all year. That is it just hasn't been on the field at all. So, I'm sure they were missing Jason Worth this year, who skipped town and signed with the Washington Nationals.
We've talked about that. Way overpaid. That was just sick.
But I'm sure they would have loved to have had him in right field instead of Raul Ibanez.
Oh, yeah, probably. I think I would prefer it too, yeah. But, I mean, wow. So all right, we got both series are tied, or not tied, sorry. We've got the Rangers 1 win to Detroit's none. And then on the other side, we got the same thing with my Brew Crew with a win, and St. Louis, obviously none, but they play again at 8:05 tonight, which will be almost immediately following the show. And then, of course, back to the AL here, we have right now, because they got rained out in advance yesterday, which I don't know if you saw that, but it's like they call the game in the middle of the day when the game didn't even start till 8 p.m. And then they're like, the forecast says the weather's going to be bad. From what I've been seeing, they probably could have got the game in.
Probably, but just in case they didn't want a lot of people down there at the stadium, and if it were to get rescheduled for the next day, which is a work day as opposed to a Sunday evening, they'd rather just have people, not waste their time on their day off and, try to make other plans. Give them enough time to do that. That's
true. We'll talk about a game, though, by the way. We got 3-3 right now, top of the 8th. we'll keep you posted as soon as there is a final in that. If it even ends while we're on air, I mean, who knows? We can get. I want to see like 20 innings. That's what I want. But so ultimately who's winning this? Who's coming out of each side?
Right now, Milwaukee has been on a very hot streak. It looked like they were in trouble in that last game of the NL Division Series when the Diamondbacks were making a comeback in the 9th inning. But, right now they have the hot hand, so I see them beating St. Louis. And on the AL side of things, it's Texas that has the hot hand right now.
Oh, yeah.
It just seems like their bats have been on fire all up and down the lineup. With the exception of Josh Hamilton and Michael Young. But everyone else in the lineup has been performing.
Now, here's the best part about that. If those are your two guys not performing right now, you are in wonderful shape because they're going to perform. It's going to happen. That just means, like, we're hitting you with everything right now, but we saved our best for later when we need it. We're not going to try 100%. We're going to beat you at about 75 and then whip that extra 25 out there when stuff gets hairy. That is just, yeah. No, I fully agree with you. Rangers over Tigers. And definitely I think my Brew Crew, man. Can I go 2 for 2? I mean, as far as, major sports predictions, I had, last year I had the Packers. I had them winning the Super Bowl before the season started. I had the Brewers winning the World Series before this season started.
We'll have to get you a toll-free 800 number for people to call up, and you'll leave a message of your free picks.
There you go. Yeah, why aren't people gambling on things I say? My goodness, come on. You can get rich pretty quick off this stuff. All right, well, we were talking about the Brewers here a little bit. And, of course, Brewers super slugger, really enormous guy, despite the fact that he claims to be a vegetarian. Although I was talking to someone about this, and they pointed out, like, you could still eat brownies and ice cream. So I think that's what it is. I think he doesn't eat meat, but he eats about 25% asparagus and crap. The other 75% is brownies and sundaes on top of brownies and cakes.
Big bags of chips.
There you go. It didn't even dawn on me. Like, you have to work harder at it, I think, but you can be a fat vegetarian. That can definitely happen. Prince Fielder, case in point. All right, well, anyways, about Prince Fielder. Let me start with something about this, all right? Is in the particular line of business that we are in, sports media stuff, we have two jobs really. When rumors start to get out of hand, we come in and we hash it out, and we like to be the voice of reason. All right, for example, when everybody thought Dwight Howard's going to the Lakers, everybody had to sit there and talk about Dwight Howard himself has said he's a Magic right now, and that's how it's going to stay. So, we had to, everybody's getting all upset and uppity about nothing. But then on the other side of things, when it is quiet, we have to start those rumors. We have to get in there and say, wouldn't Dwight Howard look great in yellow and purple?
Oh,
just
yeah.
a thought, just saying. Well, I'm here to put one of those thoughts into people's heads. All right, Indians general manager Chris Antoinetti said this week that the Indians will be paying more money. They will have an increased payroll next season.
Finally.
They're going to shell out a little extra
I've been begging
dough.
for it for years.
Now, here's the problem. Now, where that money could go to is the fact that if we pick up Grady, that's $9 million, sorry. And if we pick up Fausto Carmona, that's another $7 million. So,
Fausto needs a pay
gone.
cut.
Well, that's the thing we can't really rework his deal right now. It's the last year of his deal. We're either going to pick him up or we're going to not. So basically, we're looking at that's what is that? That's $16 million right there. So that's the thinking is with this increase in money, it's either going to go to maintenance of current roster or letting some guys go and bringing stuff in. Now, I have something very interesting. I spoke about this with Von Erich earlier. Now, this is not my math. This is someone else. I don't remember their name. But someone brought their math to me and showed me how. Now, I want you to hear me out on this. The Indians could sign Prince Fielder. Listen to this. All right. First, a couple things to factor in here is what in this article they refer to as indentured servitude is very strong in Major League Baseball right now, where players perform for year after year for basically free. We have a ridiculous amount of players working for the minimum. I think it's the minimum, $500,000. Big guys, too. Lou Marson, Jason Kipnis, Lonnie Chisenhall, Carrera, Brantley, Santana, Tomlin, Gomez. Pistano, Tony Sipp, Nick Hagedorn, Chen Chang Lee, Jason Donald, Shelley Duncan, Trevor Crow, Matt Laporta. All right, now if you notice, there was some bigger guys. There's Trevor Crow, Matt Laporta, Lou Marsges, Kipnis Chisenhall, Brantley, Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana might be our best offensive player, and he's working for $500,000. All right, so we've got that. Add all them guys in there, and now this is saying we let Grady walk, which it's a $500,000 buyout. So factor that in, you're at $8.5 million. And then we have a couple players eligible for salary arbitration. Azzy, Chu, Masterson, Carmona, Perez, Smith. And Jack Hanahan. But now in this theory, and I know you liked him, but in this idea, we let Hanahan go. Just hold on. We bring in Prince Fielder. Good guy, good heart, good teammate, whatever, but not Prince Fielder. I'm sorry.
I know, but he's so hot.
Well, so
I'm completely going off of
so is Prince Fielder.
Sports, just everything, and just judging him by his
You know
looks.
he's married and has like kids, right?
I know, that's
a
why
kid.
it'll never
Anyways,
happen.
so that's $29 million right there. Add that in, we're at $37.5 million. Obaldo Jimenez makes $4.2 million next year. Add that in, we're at $41.7 million. Now, this is the biggest part of this. We would have to trade Travis Hafner.
Oh.
He is making pretty big money right now, and I can see the argument for moving him, at least some way that he's out of our payroll, which I love. I love Pronk. All right, he's a great player. I love everything about him, but he has trouble staying healthy. And on the seasons where he's healthy all year, he's just kind of not hitting. It's like he's either going to hit great in these little spurts or like subpar for long term. He's a guy that's had a lot of problems with health. And you can't have a DH that's hurt that much.
Yeah.
It really hurts your team. So we'd move him. Then we signed Prince Fielder to his projected 6 years, $180 million. It's big bucks, but that brings our 2012 payroll to $66.7 million. Which is only $3.2 million more than what they paid in 2011, $63.5 million. They would only be paying $3.2 million more dollars next year, and they would have Prince Fielder in the lineup. Now, he's a guy who's going to have his market, it's not necessarily going to be the Prince Fielder market. It's going to be the Albert Pujols market.
Yes. And
whoever's runner-up for Pujols is going to win a shiny new Prince Fielder. But, so you got to think he's in a position where he can pick and choose where he wants to go. But this is just, and I know this is crazy, a lot of extremes have to happen. Hanahan buy, Sizemore buy,
those
trade
aren't
Travis
extreme.
Hafner.
Hafner is the extreme
Well,
one because
yeah.
there is not going to be a huge market for a team to take Travis Hafner off our hands, especially when they're going to be on the hook for $12 million.
That's true. That's very true. But I'm going to be honest, it's not going to happen. It just won't. But what if it did? Think about that, public. Get all crazy and riot in the street. Do that. That's what they'll do. We want Fielder now. I do love Prince Fielder. He's my favorite non-Indians player in all of Major League Baseball. I like the guy. He hates his dad, Cecil
Really?
Fielder.
Oh, yeah,
they
he
haven't
sure does.
spoken in years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we have something in common.
Oh, okay. All right. A little
Bring
bit
it to Cleveland.
peek into your family life. All right. Well, anyways, let's talk about something. We're gonna go to break soon here, but let's get to something you talked about. You brought up to me before the show started, and I just love every opportunity I can to make you look foolish and wrong.
You are
all right.
so not right in this one. I am.
Biggest story this weekend, and it shouldn't be the biggest story, but let's be honest, this was the biggest football story this weekend. I guess it's kind of big that Al Davis died, but if I can just offer my 2 cents right there about that, is everyone, now that he's dead, wants to go back and say he was a brilliant man and I was touched by him and I always miss him and everything. You know what? And this is going to make me sound disingenuous. I'm not that type of person. All right? It happens all the time with people in the public eye. You can bash them and say all these horrible things about them, but then, they died.
Yeah.
He was a saint.
See,
he was a good saint.
I think the problem is with Al Davis is I think back in the day he knew
He
what
was
he was
great.
doing.
And if you can-
problem is he got old and he went senile and he forgot how to run a football
He's
team.
like, I'm going to have the fastest team in
Yeah.
the NFL. We're never going to win, but boy, we'll be quick. And that's
he
what
went
the Raiders
senile.
are.
He was 80-something years old. You
They're
can't
fixing
blame
him.
him. Old people go crazy in the brain.
they're fixing it, and they're still very much alive right now this season.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sorry. Al Davis, towards the end, was one of the crazy owners that had far too much control over his team.
Yeah.
When clearly it got to a point where he didn't know what he was doing.
No, he went
I'm sorry.
cuckoo.
I'm terribly sorry to his family. I'm sorry for your loss and everything. But it's not my job to come here and talk about how he was as a man. It's my job to say, towards the end of his tenure with the Raiders, he failed as a
Yeah.
GM, owner, whatever he was.
His brain turned to old people mush.
There you go. And I'm sorry,
That sounds so
he
bad.
looked like Skeletor even when he was
Yeah,
young.
he kind of creeped me out a little bit. Kind of
Was
scared
it,
me.
and they'd always have the montage of like young him.
Yeah.
And it's like, when was he actually young? Did that ever
Honestly,
happen?
like, I thought
Because
he
they
was,
show
like,
it's
100.
Yeah, it's like, here's him in his 20s, and he's like, looks
Yeah.
like he's 57.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was like in his hundreds. I honestly didn't realize he was like, I guess
82.
only 82.
82.
I mean, I don't know if that's really an only, but I guess
No, it
is when I
'cause
thought
my
he was
grandpa's like 86
pushing
and he can drive a
100.
car.
He looked just scary old. Kind of creeped me out.
Well, anyways, that wasn't the biggest story. The biggest story. It is Tebow time.
Oh,
it is
this
Tebow
is
time in the
bull crap.
Mile High City. It's not.
F you,
You're a-
Denver. You guys
no.
are idiots.
Denver, you finally did it.
Oh,
and,
this is such a
good work.
stupid move.
Here's something for you. All right.
Stupid.
Look at this. Look at this. Let's see what it was at its worst point. 26-10. 26-10. That was the score. San Diego Chargers, 26 obviously, and 10 points from the Kyle Orton-led Denver Broncos. Now, clearly John Fox realized, hey, turns out I'm not that great of a coach as much as I think I am. I'm just going to give up. Screw it. Tebow. He puts Tebow in. Tebow rushes for a touchdown. Tebow throws a touchdown. Tebow leads the charge to come back, scores 26-24. Of course, Chargers get down the field, kick a field goal, 24 seconds left. Tebow marches his Broncos down the field.
That's because they don't know how to defend him yet
That
because he hasn't been
crazy
playing.
that crazy play at the very end with 1 second left, he's running around. Nobody in San Diego can touch him. And he drills it deep to the corner, and his receiver can't make the catch. Which, I don't care what you say, the receiver couldn't the receiver screwed that up. Because if a ball can hit you on the hand, you have to catch that.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it works. So I'm counting this as he led the comeback and they won.
No.
Because
Nope.
it's
Nope.
ridiculous.
This whole thing is going to be like the Tim Couch, Kelly Holcomb thing. When Kelly Holcomb took over, everyone's like, oh, I love Kelly Holcomb, he's so much better. No, it's because the defense didn't know him yet, so they didn't know what he was going to do. They don't know what Tebow's going to do yet. In 2 weeks, he's going to blow nuts.
You know what? You need to stop
He's
with
going to blow nuts and get sacked and break his leg.
Gotcha. But
And I'm
your
gonna laugh.
crowd of Orton is a passable quarterback needs to give it a rest. The first game one of the season, they played the Oakland Raiders, and I saw one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, and he should have lost his job right there. It was when he drops back and he goes to pass, and you can't really see this on the if you're listening to the replay, but his arm's down here, and when he goes up to pass, there's no ball in his hand. He just dropped it.
It happens to everybody.
No, you are an NFL quarterback.
I'm telling you, it does happen.
Making millions
You
of
don't know.
dollars.
You
I
just
don't care.
know. It happens.
I don't know.
I mean, you look like
He
an
doesn't
idiot
know.
when you do it, but
Yeah.
it does happen. Sometimes you get sweaty and the ball just falls
And he
out.
should have lost his job at that moment right
Didn't
there.
they still win that game? He threw like 900 million yards. I mean, he had a good game that week.
No, the Raiders won that game.
Oh, well, whatever. He still threw for a bunch of yards.
No, when he leads the Broncos, he can't win. He's the type of guy, he can sure at the end of the year look like he had decent stats. It's like Kerry Collins. Kerry Collins retired this past offseason. You go back, he's actually like top 20, top 15 in a lot of things. Guy was never a winner in his career.
Well, you can't help it if your defense
Oh,
sucks.
wait, he's not retired. He came back to the Colts. That
You
was
only
an
do so much when you have
abomination.
no defense and they give up 900 points a game.
It doesn't matter. It's Tebow time. And fun fact, they're on a bye week. After that, they go to Miami, where at halftime, without even knowing Tebow would be playing, Miami has already planned and already scheduled a tribute to hold on, a tribute to the Florida Gators championship team of
they
2007. They're
suck
so
their
dumb.
tips so hard.
It's in Miami. It's like the Browns doing something Buckeyes.
And they're never going to do it.
Sure they will. All right, well, we got to go on break real quick. But we'll be right back with the Tim Tebow Show. And you're going to find out what's urinating us off. And
Bull crap.
AP Top 25. NBA, is it over? Oh, God. Monday Night Football picks, 3 up, 3 down. All that, so much more. You're listening to High on Sports, MSC Radio Network.
Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous cocaine energy supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be right back. But in the meantime, enjoy the cream of the crop with the High on Sports High.
Real quick, I just got something hot off the presses. Our neighbor to the south of Ohio, the Cincinnati Reds, pitcher Mike Leake, has just been arrested for shoplifting. He was charged with misdemeanor shoplifting after employees of Macy's accused him of trying to steal 6 shirts worth $60 from a downtown department store.
Could he not afford it?
Yeah, I think the minimum baseball salary is around $80,000.
It's a little over 60.
He's probably got a platinum credit card. He couldn't put it on that.
Can we just agree that a minimum baseball salary is over $60? Can we?
Yeah.
We don't have the facts in front of us, but I think that's safe to assume.
Like, he didn't even try to apply for the Macy's card.
Wow, what an idiot!
He could have got like 20% off his first purchase.
So is he going to get suspended? Can you get suspended for this?
Oh, absolutely.
From the game? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So
is it like the NFL where they have standards for their players?
Their conduct stuff and everything. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I think he's facing some sort of suspension or something. What a dumb move. What a dumb move.
He should
hold off saying it's a dumb move until you see the shirts.
What is it? It was hot. It's everything in between with your host, Von Erich. Everything in between. Nothing gets me more excited. Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on MorningShowCentral.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Project X Show. Project X Show. Driven by porn. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Right here on Morning Show Central Radio Network. Project X Show. Live on MorningShowCentral.com.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brookpark Road in North Olmstead, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmstead. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Looking for reliable and affordable affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Hey, Unsigned Bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, Unsigned Bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Hey, I'm Ralphie, and we here at High on Sports care about what you have to say. So give us a call toll free at 1-888-668-0742 and let us know what's urinating you off. Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always...
Hey, yo, dude.
What up? I'm Von Eric. This is Invisible Nick. Fantasy football here. I'm all caught up.
All right, well,
we're all staring at you. Like,
real quick, remember you can call the show 1-888-668-0742, toll free, around the globe. Email your questions to shows@morningshowcentral.com, and we'll read them live on the air. It's that simple and easy. And if you're watching the show on MSC, which you probably are, you'll notice to the right of the viewer is a little place to sign into a chat room. Log in there. No password necessary, even though it asks for one. Just a formality to make sure you're cool. Don't enter a password, enter a name, hit enter, return, whatever that button is on your computer. And you are logged in the chat talking to me, Von Eric, Invisible Nick. And yeah, good fun had by all. Of course, that's what we do here. And let's get right into this. Round 2. Let's go.
Oh, we got the bell.
Take your time.
You're never ready.
Never ready. I'm like, I'm
sitting.
hurting today.
Yeah.
Wow, just gonna get in a fight with you. Oh, you know what? Also, every Monday now that we've moved to 7 p.m. Afterwards, we record a special post-show thing where we get to break down some things we didn't get to on the show. Just really informal, some chat, whatever, and and talk about things we didn't get to, or talk a little more in depth on things we wanted to touch on that we didn't have the time for. It's called High on Sports Overtime, and you can check it out every Monday night at whenever I get it uploaded. On our High on Sports YouTube page. Just go to High on Sports, or go to YouTube and search for High on Sports, and search High on Sports Overtime, and you'll find the video. And remember to subscribe to High on Sports on YouTube, because right now we got our overtime coming every single week, and soon we're gonna have lots of other fun sports and entertainment content coming to you on that YouTube page. So you're gonna want to be a subscriber to that guy, because it's all fun there. By the way, top of the ninth, still 3-3 Detroit and Texas in the ALCS. And of course, we'll keep you posted when and if there's a final while we're on air. And it is time for a stable of High on Sports, and of course that is what is urinating us off. And we're going to start as we always do. The Invisible Nick has an absolute gem for you lucky people. So without further ado, here he is.
All right. I've actually been on ESPN.com arguing with people about this for the first half of the show, which is why you haven't heard very much from me. Let's see. There's a woman. I'm not quite sure where she's from. I think it's somewhere in England.
Of course.
Well, it's kind of like America, but different.
Yeah, it's like.
For those of you that want a frame of reference at home.
Anyway, she recently ran a marathon while pregnant.
Oh, Jesus.
Shortly giving birth afterwards.
And did the baby beat her? Like she's running.
I think she actually before crossing the finish line, jumped, landed on her back, squeezed real hard. The baby crossed the finish line.
She's like, oh god, and then whoosh.
So the
baby
wins.
Yeah.
The baby wins.
There was a doctor standing on the other side of the finish line with a blanket and just caught it, wrapped it up, and took it home.
Oh my god.
Anyway, she was 39 weeks pregnant. She ran a 26.2 mile marathon. And then immediately after gave birth to her baby girl.
You know what they should have done is she's at the finish line. She's laying down on the floor on one side of the road, and then someone's holding the baby with the umbilical cord on the other.
And this is the new finish line.
Just use that as the finish line.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
But this has to be.
It's not the fact. What irritates me off is the fact that she even ran the marathon in the first place.
Yeah, what the hell?
Just stress. The stress that comes from doing this, it isn't good for the baby.
Yeah, because it's not like she was just a couple weeks pregnant.
No, she was 39 weeks pregnant.
9 months, almost 9 months pregnant, about to pop within a couple weeks.
39 weeks sounds like so much.
A full term is 40 weeks. That's what.
So yeah, she was about to pop.
She literally. Well, she did pop.
Yeah,
she was minutes away.
She did pop, but
this is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
See what happened was she got pregnant a couple days after she signed up for the.
Yeah, then you give it up, woman.
It's
your fault. You don't know how to close your legs.
So she was.
No, and now it's like I'm mad at you that you're pregnant. It's not.
I'm mad that she ran a marathon while pregnant. You pick one or the other. I don't care if you signed up for a marathon already.
You have a baby or you run a marathon.
Yeah,
that's really the great choice we all face at some point in life. Should I have a baby or run a race?
That's I argue with that one with myself every morning.
I gotta say this one is kind of off topic, but I just think it's funny. This is a testament to how pointless the WNBA is. I believe it was Candace Parker. This was a couple years ago. Was their star athlete? She was their Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Out for the season, pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's why
she's not. Did they have to put her on injured reserve?
I don't know, but I
think women get maternity leave, and it's kind of the same thing as injured reserve.
Oh man,
that right there is the reason why women shouldn't play sports.
I'm sorry.
Well,
no offense.
No,
you can play. Just
you can. You stop when you get knocked up.
Exactly.
You stop. I mean, and if you don't want to stop, then you don't get knocked up.
Women, that is when your lives end. Come on.
You pick one.
Sports end, cooking begins.
At some point, you just give up and let the man live his dreams. And you take care of a kid.
I play softball, and now I'm playing volleyball again. If I get knocked up,
and
I'm done.
Question, you're not pregnant, correct?
I'm not pregnant.
Well, there you go.
There I go. As
she
soon
can
as
play
if I do something stupid and get knocked up, well, it wouldn't really. Okay. Anyway, if I get knocked up, I'm done. You can't play sports or run freaking 30-mile marathons while pregnant, especially when you're literally about to pop.
I know.
I don't even know how you could run with a freaking 9 months pregnant.
I hate this woman.
They say in here that
and her dumb baby
that she didn't actually run. She more
waddled?
lightly jogged. Yeah, she waddled. She waddled.
What did it take her? It would have took her like 6 days.
It says it took her like 6 hours.
Oh, I read she won. That's what I read.
Because that's all you can do when you're 9 months pregnant is freaking waddle.
It said it took her. Let me find it.
I've seen pregnant women. You don't do anything
6
but
hours,
waddle and
25 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Wow.
Which means it's about 15 minutes a mile, and which is a little bit more than a light walk, a fast walk.
I'm sorry. This woman infuriates me. You don't run while pregnant,
unless it's to the hospital.
Honestly, we could dedicate
book fast.
We could dedicate a show to talking about this woman, but
could.
Unfortunately, we have to move on. We're running a little short on time here, so we gotta slide over to the end of the room. And Ashley, what is urinating you off today?
Me, it's Chris Johnson and every other athlete who is gone through all this, I need more money, so I'm not coming. And they're sit out and wait until they get a new contract. And now what does Chris Johnson go and do? He sucks.
You don't even need to tell me that.
51 yards.
I drafted him third overall.
Yeah.
I drafted him third overall.
Garbage.
Yeah, I drafted him third
So
overall.
I'm like, you want to know what you're naming me off? Is if they can sit out and beg for more money, it's when they have a crap season, the owners should be able to be like, well, now we're giving you a pay cut. That's what I'm like. I'm like, if they can sit down and be like, we're good enough for more money, and then they have a bull crap season, they should be able to take their money back.
In every sport, I've always wanted for them to try something like this, but they can't because the athletes have so much power in all the sports now.
No, they need to do
it's not a contract. It's a situational thing where no one's getting underpaid, no one's getting overpaid. Everyone's pay scale is based on performance.
Yes.
If you're a quarterback, you get paid X number of dollars per touchdown, and I don't know, lose X number of dollars per interception.
Yeah.
I think it should be what you did this week. You get paid for it. If you suck if you suck at football, you shouldn't be on a contract where you keep sucking from team to team.
Yeah.
Get a new job, dude.
Yeah.
Go work at the Wendy's or something.
And it's just So they need to seriously figure that out on like a performance scale. But it'll never happen.
No, it won't. It never could.
Yeah.
All right.
Even though it should.
Well, thank you very much. Couldn't agree with you more, obviously. And now we're gonna slide over to Von Erich. And Von Erich, what is urinating you off? I know you got a good one too. You told me about this. I like this.
Well, there's a new thing that got started online just this past week. That Casey Anthony is becoming some sort of a sports curse.
Casey Anthony in sports? Do tell.
What?
Well, what happened was when she was first released from prison, she once she was acquitted of murder, so in everyone's eyes makes her not guilty, of course.
She was I don't think she is.
Acquitted by a jury of her peers.
Going by OJ law,
sorry,
yes.
she got acquitted by a jury who was smoking crack before they gave the verdict.
Well, her first week out of prison, she came back to Ohio. She has relatives and family here, and she was spotted out on the town. Spouted, yes.
She's like a fountain.
I wish I could spout her, but regardless of that.
And then she can run a race.
But she was spotted in disguise wearing big sunglasses.
Ding!
She was wearing big sunglasses and an Ohio State hat. And after this had happened...
that whore.
All of this bad stuff happened to Ohio State with multiple players being suspended, and suspensions are still happening. And nothing came of that, of course. But just this past week, she had to resurface in Florida to make an appearance in court on some other charges that someone had brought against her. And throughout the week, she was spotted in disguise again, once wearing a New York Yankees hat and another time wearing a Philadelphia Phillies hat. And both of those teams flopped the next week in the playoffs.
I'm just gonna make a list.
Ruining
Let's buy a lot of merchandise and send it to her. Miami Heat jersey. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers hat.
Oh yeah, I'm down. Michigan.
Get her a Ravens shoes. I don't know.
Michigan.
Ravens shoes.
Sweatpants.
Michigan sweatpants. We'll just go
Just get her
down
an entire
list.
F-off uniform.
There you go. Just get her all this stuff.
Whoever else we can think of.
Oh, yeah.
Send her a big giant box.
I've never
of
been a
bows.
Cowboys guy. Let's get her a Cowboys hat.
We'll get her a Cowboys cheerleader outfit. That would be nice.
All right. Well,
man.
I've got a little...
Definitely a
pissed off.
special
I can
kind of
tell.
man.
Jinxed my Buckeyes.
all right. Well, thank you very much, Von Erich. I hate to cut you off, but I don't want to get too much into the Casey Anthony thing because that's another thing that could take a whole show. And we only have this one show to work with today. So anyways, except we also do have High on Sports Overtime, which you can find on our YouTube page every Monday night after the show. Look how I did that. That's great.
Very nice.
Anyways, mine goes to the world of college ball. And before I do this, didn't really have a way to work this into the show, so I'm just going to mention it. Since my urinating off is about college football, I'm going to just sort of drop this story real quick. The Big East has said it's looking to expand its football program to 12 schools. It's looking at 6 football schools to add because if you didn't hear, TCU accepted the Big 12 was offer. So TCU will be a Big 12 school, not a Big East school, which is just smarter all around. But anyways, a couple schools here they're looking to add is real quick says Navy, Air Force, Army, Memphis, Central Florida, East Carolina, and Temple. all of those, let's be honest, garbage football programs. But the Big East is just trying to stay afloat right now. And I honestly think long-term Big East is just going to become a basketball conference, and it's going to be just like Catholic basketball schools. Because that's what pretty much every school there is right now, is a school that's just known for being a Catholic school with basketball. St. John's Red Storm. Yeah, that's a school. Look it up. Anyways, what's urinating me off is not about that in any way, shape, or form. It's about our beloved Ohio State Buckeyes. More specifically, Luke Fickell. Now,
I'm not a fan of him.
I'm not a fan of him either. I wasn't a fan at the beginning when I had no impression of him, and I just knew his name was Fickell.
He's a fickle.
It was like when the Browns almost made Giants defensive coordinator Perry Fool their head coach. It's like the headlines are just writing themselves, and I hate that. You know, it's Fickell is fickle on his quarterback decision, or like if they had signed Perry Fool, it's like coach is a fool. Then that wouldn't be very original, but you know, whatever. But what gets me about Luke Fickell is this is just full on vanilla, like boring as hell. He just looks like a randomly generated coach in a video game.
Yeah.
I mean, so does Pat Shurmur, to be honest. But the thing that gets me about Fickell is that it's like even what he says, you know, aside from the fact that the Buckeyes are 3-3 and 0-2 in the Big Ten. This is their division. They own this. They own this conference, but not anymore. Which is good enough for, get this, 5th place in the leaders.
Oh, awesome.
Not 5th place in the whole thing. 5th place in the leaders. Which means there's one school in Ohio State's half of the whatever you call these that's worse, and that's Indiana. Ohio State, one step above Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not going to fly. That's not going to be on a bumper sticker. Of course, if you didn't know, they lost 34-27.
And they were up 27-13. Mm-hmm. And proceeded to do absolutely nothing offensively.
Nebraska's biggest comeback in their history. Which, by the way, their quarterback's name is Martinez, and they had an offensive lineman go down named, I think, Hernandez. Why are so many Latino people in Nebraska? It's just something I'm curious about. If you have an answer, please email it to us, shows@morningshowcentral.com, or call in 1-888-668-0742.
I
don't know why they go to
Painesville's
Nebraska.
full.
There's just corn everywhere. Just
Painesville's
corn.
full, so
it's nothing
they
but
had to go somewhere
corn.
else.
It's like Iowa, but slightly under Iowa.
Well, no, because they can be farmers.
Well, I guess
That's
so.
what they do.
That's racist. I think you're racist.
I think I'm telling the truth.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Sorry.
Anyways,
I apologize.
Anyways,
if that sounded not good.
But Fickell with all his comments, you weren't really racist. I was lying. But Fickell with the comments he makes, it's always, well, you know, we're going to look through what we have and see if we have some options. Oh, we need to find leadership, and it's something we're going to work on. Blah 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 blah. It sounds like he's a doll with a little cord in the back, and you just pull it to get one of his generic action coach catchphrases. It's like, buy it for your kids, the Luke Fickell doll. Pull the cord. Zoop. Well, we need to find leadership, and we need to hold people accountable. I was out-coached, and we were outplayed. I'm not saying anything about our quarterback situation. It could really go either way right now.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure Bowserman needs to figure out
is an elite
occupation.
upper echelon athlete.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what?
lying. I don't know.
I don't know what you just said.
No, he
to
went
me.
1 for 10. 1 for 10.
I'm sorry, the dude thinks that every single play he needs to go deep, and every time he throws it deep, he overshoots his receiver by 30 yards.
You know, he used to be a minor league baseball player.
It's 3rd and 8. Go for the first down. Throw the ball 8 yards, first down, continue the drive. Why on every single freaking play are you chucking it down the field and overshooting your freaking receivers by 30 yards?
I don't know.
Or you're throwing it 90 feet out of bounds.
But see, here's
dude is retarded.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know what he's doing. But the thing is, the starting quarterback may be out for some time now. Braxton Miller, I think it was an ankle injury. He went down, and that's when the comeback started.
Oh, it looked nasty too.
He may be out for some time. So get used to Bowserman. Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Well, that's it for what's urinating us off. And real quick, I just want to, we didn't talk much college ball, so I got the top 25 real quick right here. Once again, oh yeah, by the way, addition to my urinating off, Ohio State still not ranked. which of course they shouldn't be after the performance they had.
definitely
But had
not.
they held on to win, they'd be at least 25 right now. That's all I'm saying. By the way, BCS rankings will be out next week, and we're going to have them for you on the show. It's good fun. Those are the rankings where there's no debate. It's just that's what they are, whether you like it or not. Anyways, we have Houston at 25, Auburn, Michigan State, Texas, Texas A&M, Baylor. That's 20. 19, Virginia Tech, Arizona State, Kansas State, Illinois, South Carolina, Nebraska, West Virginia, Georgia Tech, Michigan. And that takes to the top 10 real quick. We can just go back 1 second. Illinois 16? How are you going to tell me, this is what's so wrong with these rankings. You're going to say to me that there are only 15 schools better than Illinois?
They are undefeated, though, dude.
So who the hell cares? Who have they played?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're undefeated.
The
so they're
Sisters
giving
of
it
the
to 'em.
Poor. That's who they've played. Anyways, top 10 for you here. Number 10, Arkansas. 9, Oregon. Crawled their way back there. That's pretty impressive. 8, Clemson. 7, Stanford. 6, Oklahoma State. 5, Boise State. 4, Wisconsin. 3, Oklahoma. 2, Alabama. And number 1, Louisiana State University, a.k.a. LSU. So there's our top 25 right now. And, of course, the real top 25 comes out next weekend. All right. Well, anyways, that's it for that. So now we're nearing the end of the show. So I teased it before. It's time for Monday Night Football picks. We're gonna tell you who's gonna win. We're gonna give you the score. Once again, it's the Lions and the Bears. Invisible Nick, who wins?
Definitely the Lions.
Okay, interesting. What you got a score?
I'm gonna have to say 14 to 21. 21-14.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, Ashley, what do you think?
I'm going Detroit too, because they're.
Oh, yeah,
Chicago has no
yeah.
offense. Their defense is better, but Chicago's offense isn't good enough against Detroit's defense.
That's true.
And it'll be about 24-17.
Okay. And Von Erich, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the Bears on this one.
Oh.
I think Jay Cutler may open up the field a little bit. And I also think that Stafford for the Lions might throw a few picks into that Bear defense. I'm going Bears 28-17.
Okay. You think the Bears are gonna have it? I think the Lions keep it going. I don't think the Bears are enough to stop them just yet. I don't know if there's a defense that can stop Calvin Johnson.
No, there's not.
I think 21-14. I don't think. Yeah, you know what? 24-14. That's what I'm saying. Lions, obviously, with the 24. And I just want to do this on air. I am denying your trade request on air, Von Erich.
What's wrong with my trade? That is a great
He has
trade.
offered me Mark Sanchez for Des Bryant. Mark Sanchez is my least favorite human being, probably on the planet right now.
But I also noticed on your team you do not have
a backup quarterback because
No,
I
you
cut
do
Donovan
not.
McNabb. I'll be fine when bye week comes for
Just take the
Well,
0.
I've already put a
For
claim
Phillip
in
Rivers.
on Tim Tebow. So what if I offered you Tim Tebow for Des Bryant?
Nah. I don't know. We'll see.
See, you don't even want Tim Tebow.
I'll look things over.
So get the hell
I
outta
want
here.
Des Bryant. I'm not going to start Tim Tebow as my number 1 quarterback in a fantasy football league.
Exactly.
But he's
Until
going
it's the
to-
very end of the season. He won me the championship last year in our league. I started him the last 3 games, and as we all know,
That's
I am
shenanigans.
reigning league champion.
There you go. All right, well, it's time for 3 Up, 3 Down. We're nearing the end of the show here, and we're going to start with down, of all places. Down at number 3, the Yankees, because obviously the Yankees, whenever they're eliminated from the playoffs, they have to be down. They spend more than anybody.
I think that's an up.
They're sitting as at home eyes down. They're down. We're up because
Yeah,
we're
we're
happy,
up.
but they
That's-
are down. That's how
yeah.
this system works.
I know. I was just going off my.
I get
my
you.
system.
I feel you. Down number 2, Ohio State Buckeyes. Hurt to do it, but I had to do it. 3-3, 0-2 in conference, 5th in Big Ten leaders. What the hell?
Yeah, they suck.
And down number 1, we talked about it earlier. The city of Philadelphia. Dream Team Eagles are 1-4, and Philly's 4 aces are out of playoffs in the first round. Up number 3, hot dogs. I'm not sure why. I just wanted to mention that a hot dog was thrown at Tiger Woods at the
Yes!
Fries.com Open.
That is so racist.
I really don't even know.
God,
How's
it
that
is.
racist?
Were you,
well,
were you
because
here for the
everyone
banana thing?
knows. Everyone knows that Asian men are not very gifted down there.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
You
you
made
smiling
You
it.
throw a tiny
pulled it
hot
out.
dog.
He is so barely Asian.
You really stretched for that one.
Hey man, I'm telling you, that's what they do. When people want to claim a racist thing, they go reach way far and throw a rope and all that.
All right, well, I had to put non-penis related things on my list. Besides that one is up number 2 is the Raiders. Come back to beat the Texans, you know, is an emotional thing because obviously if you are a Raider, you know, you still, you know, love Al Davis and all that, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry he's dead, but, you know, as towards the end there, he was hurting his team more than he was helping them. And I'm sorry. This is a business. I'm sorry, that's how it works. Up number 1. This is a bit of a crazy one because I put someone as up number 1 for a rumor. All right, and up number 1 is the Chicago Cubs. Aside from the fact that a lot of people believe they're the leading candidate for Albert Pujols, there's talks in the works right now that they may get Red Sox general manager Theo Epstein to come GM them. Now, I'm not saying Theo Epstein is some bronze god that's going to, you know, change everything, but I am saying this. He was the GM when the Red Sox broke the curse of the Bambino and won them the World Series. Now they got the curse of the Billy Goat, and who knows? Maybe he's got 2 curses. Maybe he can beat 2 curses in his career. Who knows? Who knows? Definitely something to keep an eye on. I will say this though: I saw a special about Bartman this weekend. Chicago fans, quit being dicks. I mean, wow! Like 6 people reached for it. He was just having to be the hand that had it. Moises Alou was never even that good of a fielder. There's no guarantee he had that. Also, that wouldn't have ended the game right there. It's you're the idiots that gave up 8 more runs that inning. Whatever. I apologize to Bartman, as I know he's an avid fan of this show. So we kind of look like Bart wearing Bartman costumes right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hats and the headphones and the glasses.
Hey,
That's all you gotta do.
Shunned out of the city.
No, all we need is security to escort us out of the building.
Oh yeah, you know they actually disguised him as a security guard at one point to get him out.
That's how you do it.
There was a lot of people after him.
That's how you sneak out of stuff.
Yeah, no, I saw a whole thing about it. It was pretty interesting. All right, well, we got to get out of the door, but of course we're not leaving the studio yet because obviously right after this show is Everything Between with your wonderful host Von Erich right here, so stick around for that.
Of course.
And of course later tonight we will have our High on Sports Overtime posted where we are going to be doing our High on Sports High Achiever of the Week. We're going to talk some fantasy football and maybe hockey will get a mention. You'll have to go to our YouTube page and check it out later tonight.
Now underway.
Keep an eye on our Twitter, _on_sports, Facebook, High on Sports Radio, and we will immediately post a link to the video for your viewing pleasure. By the way, I have a new Twitter handle. It's eRalphieW, so find that and follow me. It's the same account. I just changed it for future tweeting at me references, Von Erich. But I got sick of it saying hose. But anyways, that's a story for another day. So that's gonna do it for us. So for Chris, for the intern, for Nick, for Ashley, for Von Erich, I am Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week at 7 p.m. on morningshowcentral.com.
See you in 5 minutes.